Off turn number 3 and 4, green flag is in the air. Ryan Shanahan takes him down to turn number 1 and 2. Remington Marquette drops right down the hill. He'll get right on his back bumper as they work off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Marquette looks to go in the lead. He'll drive down to the bottom of the racetrack. Turn number 3. He'll come alongside Shanahan. They make contact. Shanahan drifts up the hill. Now here comes Rick Duskus in the number 3. Duskus just shoots up to the top of the racetrack. Up next to the concrete wall and then comes right down in. He'll hold on to the 3rd spot. Mike Durham goes to the outside. Here comes Sid Harmer Jr. to the bottom. Yellow flag is going to have to come out. We got one car slow right down here on the front stretch. That is the Stephen Gilmore, number 6, as he is going to roll to a stop right down here underneath the flag stand. So Bill Isley Sr. pulling the FX Caprara Can-Am Pace Truck down to the infield off the backstretch. So we'll get ready to go back to green. One lap in this 20-lap feature go here for the Fabco Pro Street Stocks Division. Down to the inside, here comes Ryan Shanahan. He'll pound the throttle first over in turn number 3 and 4. He'll drive right up through the middle of the racetrack. We go back to green. Rick Duskus gets a beautiful restart, slides right up in front of Remington Marquette, but Marquette switches lanes on him, goes right back to the bottom. They'll drag race off turn number 2 side by side. They'll go down the backstretch, headed towards turn number 3 and 4 outside of the Speedway. Mike Durham goes up to the top side. Here comes down to the bottom, the 14 of Sid Harmer Jr. shoving his nose underneath Remington Marquette, that's the 3K of Sean Kirby shoving his nose up in there. Now he'll get up to the inside of the Shanahan ride. They'll work off turn number 2, and Sean Kirby comes right to the front of the field, and here comes Sid Harmer Jr. right on his back bumper. The two young Lions working their way right towards the front of the field. Kirby off the bottom of the racetrack, now just up the hill. Here comes the 14R Sid Jr. down to the inside, down to the turn number 3 and 4. They'll go side by side off turn number 4, down to the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Sid Harmer Jr. He'll have a nose out in front of Kirby this time as they go racing down the backstretch. They switch lanes down to turn number 3, down to the inside. Kirby down to the bottom. He and the 14 get together. They bang doors a couple of times, but going. And Sean Kirby muscles his way right back out to the lead. Oh, and then the 14R Sid Harmer is going to take him around. He will turn around the 3K of Sean Kirby, and the yellow flag is going to wave. Any real contact between those two, and it comes down to tonight in a wild event at each end of the Speedway, each of them taking a shot at the other guy. They'll work off turn number 4. Green flag is back in the air. Down to turn number 1 and 2. Rick Duskus front of the field will take him right through the middle of the Speedway. Shanahan trying to hold on to number 2 spot. He's got company. Here comes Remington Marquette down inside of the racetrack. Marquette battles for the number 2 spot, but Ryan Shanahan able to hold him off as they go turn number 3 and 4. Mike White now steps out of line. He'll come to the top side of the racetrack, right in front of son Justin White. They'll go nose to tail down into turn number 1 and 2. Mike Durham goes up the hill, opens the door to the inside, and Justin White's going to be able to drive right underneath him. Mike White now a beautiful run down the backstretch. He goes inside of Remington Marquette, and Mike White's going to take over spot number 3. Turn number 4, they will come racing down into turn number 1 and 2. Rick Duskus trying to hold off a hard-charging field as he'll go into turn number 1 and 2. 3 car lengths out in front of Ryan Shanahan's number 32. Down the backstretch, Mike White trying to shove the nose underneath the 32 of Shanahan. Shanahan holding his line as they swing through number 3. 4 off turn number 4. They will Shanahan to the outside. Remington Marquette trying to hold on to the number 4 spot. He's going to have company in a hurry now as 13 Jr. is now racing his way back through the field, and Harmer closing right the back of Remington Marquette as they swing into turn number 3 and 4. Down to turn number 3, side by side battle for the number 2 spot. Mike White and the 32 of Ryan Shanahan will continue to run door handle to door handle. Now Sid Harmer Jr. joining that battle over in turn number 1 and 2 as Duskus pulls away by about 4 car lengths out in front of the field. Sid Harmer Jr. just split the difference right down the middle. He'll take over spot number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4, and Sid Harmer Jr. all the way back up to the second spot as he races his way up through the field. He got underneath Mike White on that last lap and drove right by him. Now he sets his sights on the head of the field, midway down the backstretch, coming to the halfway point. It'll be the number 3 of Rick Duskus showing the way. Sid Harmer going to slide to the inside of him over in turn number 3 and 4. Harmer down to the bottom of the racetrack. Duskus trying to hold him off. Harmer gets a good run down the front stretch. He'll be your leader down into turn number 1 and 2. Sid Harmer Jr. Now we got caution out on the speedway once again.
Single file, please.
Go back at it. 10 laps in, 10 more to go here in your Pro Stock division. The Fabco Pro Street Stocks one more time off turn number 4. Sid Harmer Jr. is going to bring him down the front stretch. Sid Harmer Jr. works into turn number 1 and 2. Rick Duskus goes up the hill, opens the door to the inside. Mike White not able to take advantage. White gets right back in line. Remington Marquette's going to hold on to the number 4 spot. Ryan Shanahan's going to be side by side with Sean Kirby. The next car is in line, with Justin White as they're side by side. Turn number 3 and 4. They'll work off turn number 4, racing down in front. Good battle out for that second spot right now as Rick Duskus trying to hold on to it. Mike White has been right there with him a couple of times. Duskus able to hold him off as they go racing down into turn number 3 this time. Here comes Mike White again, showing his nose to the bottom of the racetrack, but Rick Duskus right there holding that spot as they work off turn number 4. Remington Marquette continues to hold on to the 4th spot, followed by Justin White in that 7X machine. Ryan Shanahan chases him through turn number 2. Down the backstretch, Mike Durham goes up to the top of the hill. Stephen Gilmore trying to get a nose underneath him. Jason Gilmore chases that battle down the backstretch, followed by
Turn 2.
Terry Gardner. Now we got a car around over in turn number 4, turn number 2. Off the turn number 2, so caution will wave one more time. The Speedway, Mike White's going to hold on to the 3rd spot. He'll go to the inside of that 2nd row. Mike White makes that long trip all the way down from Winthrop, New York, in the number 1 X machine, the Dow Mechanical White's Plumbing and Heating ride. And pace truck down to the infield. We'll get ready to go back at it. Sid Harmer Jr. looking to get to victory lane once again here in the 2018 racing season in your Fabco Pro Street Stock division. He'll fire first over in turn number 3 and 4. Pounds the throttle. He'll bring him racing off turn number 4 down the front stretch. Mike White again going to put a nose underneath of Rick Duskus, but Duskus able to hold him off and hold on to the number 2 spot. Remington Marquette continues to hold the 4th position. He'll slide a nose underneath Mike White now. He'll battle for the number 3 position. Mike White able to hold him off as they swing through turn number 3 and 4. And then Justin White, the next car in line. White goes way up to the top side of the racetrack, opens the door to the inside. Stephen Gilmore looks underneath him. Ryan Shanahan chasing him down into turn number 1 and 2. Shanahan just outside the top 5, looks at the outside. Now Stephen Gilmore racing down the backstretch, comes right to the inside. Gilmore's going to pick up a spot over in turn number 3 and 4. He'll slide underneath Justin White, Remington Marquette, as they work off turn number 4. Now they're going to be stacked up 3 wide, and contact between Justin White and the Stephen Gilmore, and White had to make a right-hand turn to miss that tire in turn number 1. They work down into turn number 3 and 4, racing down the front stretch. It continues to be a hard-charging Sid Harmer Jr. out in front of the field. 1 car slow over in turn number 3. That is the 7X.
Yellow is out. Yellow. Single file, please. Yellow is out. Single file.
So obviously that contact between Justin White and Stephen Gilmore, White's going to end up with damage and a flat tire. He stopped to the top of turn number 3 and 4, brought the caution out, and he will head back towards the pit area. Harmer will fire first as he brings him down into turn number 3. He'll pound the throttle right about there, and green flag is back in the air. So Sid Harmer Jr. immediately jumps right back to the lead. He'll get 2 car lengths out in front of Rick Duskus. They work off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Duskus going to settle into the number 2 spot. Mike Durham is going to go all the way around, and we'll have to see if he can get it fired back up or not. It looks like he's going to roll to a stop over on the backstretch, and the caution flag will wave once again. restart. Down number 3 and 4. He'll fire the car right there at the tire. Duskus tries to get outside. Now Mike White comes out of shape. Remington Marquette got turned sideways coming down the front stretch. He'll get it gathered back up. Ryan Shanahan able to pick up a spot now as they work off turn 2. Marquette's going to go all the way around over in turn number 3 and 4, and one car way off the top of the speedway. And the caution flag is going to have to wave one more time. Lights off, we get ready to go back to green again with Sid Harbour Jr. at the front of the field. This time it'll be Mike White on the outside on the restart as he took over the second spot from Rick Duskus. Green flag is back in the air. Sid Harbour Jr. comes racing down in front. Harmer takes him into turn number 1 and 2. Duskus able to get back inside again. One car slow. That is Ryan Shanahan. Everybody has to take evasive action. And one car is going to make contact with a tire over in turn number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Green and white flag will wave one more time. And now we got cars all over the place. Remington Marquette losing the hood off his car, and Jason Gilmore sitting at the bottom of the racetrack as they had heavy contact over in turn number 3 and 4. We're having a hard time getting one lap in here at the end of this race.
There we go.
Yep. Ready to go back to green. A great replay once again from Chris Marcinko in Northern New York Racing Connection. You'll have to check that one out on his Facebook page as we go to green one more time. Down to turn number 1 and 2 for the final time. It will be Sid Harbour Jr. taking him down the backstretch. All the way into turn number 3 and 4, side by side. Here comes Mike White, trying to get a nose underneath Rick Duskus, but Duskus going to hold on. He'll bobble a little bit. Checker flags are out. It will be Sid Harbour Jr. getting the win. Mike White will be second. Third belongs to Rick Duskus. The 4th spot will be the 6th of Steve Gilmore.
14R down front, please. 1.
Well, your Fabco Pro Street Stock victory tonight is going to go to the 14R of Sid Harbour Jr. in the FXVW ride, climbing out on the backside. Putting your hands together, your winner, the 14R, Sid Harbour Jr. Sid, congratulations. Another wild affair here tonight. Man, you had to go to the back and come all the way back to the front.
Yeah, I did that twice. I don't know what the deal is coming out here racing these guys. I race them every week clean and fair, and we come through here. I went by Kirby clean, and he decided to just drive through my left side. And I ain't here. I'm sick of working on my car and taking it. So we got down here. He got cross up in front of me. I give him the bumper, went around, went to the back, come back to the front. That just shows how good this car and this crew is right here.
This car was lightning fast, man. You raced your way back up. You had to survive a whole bunch of restarts at the end.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. I just caution. But, yeah, I don't know, we hung on and just did what we could do with it.
People you want to thank, Sid?
Yeah, I got to thank IQ Engines. I mean, he's the biggest thanks right here, Dad. He spends a lot of time with the dyno and getting these right, and this motor right here works good. But I got to thank my father-in-law, Sunset Boulevard, Camp Rentals on Trout Lake, FXVW at Dial Designs, GNR Auto Parts, Stone Motorsports. He's been helping me out too. And I got to thank my wife and my crew, Nelson and Dennis and Danny and Johnny and all these guys and the whole family for sticking behind me and having fun with us.
All right, congratulations. Sid Harmer Jr. back to victory lane once again here in the Fabco Pro Street Stock Division.